When we come back from the break, I'll be at Singapore's first tattoo convention. Tattoos, tattoos, tattoos. You either love them and get them, or hate them and forgo them. As for me, I'm kind of considering branding myself, but at the moment, I'm not telling you where.
Hi everyone, I'm with Kirby, and Kirby is not only a tattooed artist, he is the organizer of the first ever Singapore Tattoo Convention. Kirby, thank you so much for being with us. I'm standing right here at the front of the hall and I see all these different booths behind me. What inspired you to put this entire amazing show together?
My purpose for this tattoo convention is to educate the public and also create a very safe and comfortable platform for all the artists all around the world to meet together and have interact with each other and cross culture and to communicate.
So how difficult was it to set up this entire convention?
Okay, I actually started planning this convention 4 years ago, and during these 4 years I attend a lot of tattoo conventions overseas, places from Europe to China to the east to the west, and I try to find out what is good and bad about the convention.
Now your theme for this convention is East meets West. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
We got about 60 booths is all the artists from the east, and we got 60 booths of all the artists from the west.
This is the perfect meeting place for the exchange of East meets West tattoo styles. Tattoos have been around for thousands of years. They have been used for both art as well as religion. But in the modern era, tattoos have become a form of self-expression and style.
Now I'm looking at you guys and you guys are like your own advertisement, man. Check it out. You don't need signboards and posters. Very cool. I have with me Chris Garver, and of course you know where to see him, where you spotted him on TV. Now Chris, thank you so much for being with us on the Duke.
No problem.
Now tell me, is this your first time out in Asia?
No, I've been to Asia a bunch of times before. I actually lived in Japan for about 6 months, about like 8 years ago.
Now I'm looking at you and I can see some of your tattoos peeking out from your arms. Now tell me, how have you seen the different perception for tattooing in the West and the East?
Well, I think that there's definitely more of a stigma against tattooing in the East, but I think you know, slowly it's changing. You know, like in the last 20 years, it was, you know, tattooing in the United States was considered like kind of a very like underground thing, and I think, you know, more and more it's like becoming more acceptable and it's really growing. And I think it's going to hit China, and you know, there's like great artists. I think they're really great ambassadors for tattooing because they can show the public in the countries that they live in that, you know, tattooing is a real art form.
What about your own design? Where do you draw your inspiration from?
I get a lot of my inspiration from like Americana stuff, and you know, from my customers is where I get most of my inspiration. But you know, a lot of Japanese. I love to do Japanese style stuff.
Now, what are some of the other designs that you've done over the years that you're very proud of?
I think the ones that I'm most proud of are the ones that are like, you know, the full back piece tattoos, where you can really, you know, work on a large scale. So I think, you know, it takes a lot of perseverance to get it finished, and to do it, it's a lot of work. But at the end, I think that's the most special stuff that I've done.
Now, I mean, coming to Asia, do you see a lot of a burgeoning culture for people who want tattoos here, and why?
I think that people are starting to, you know, the quality of the work is getting a lot higher. I remember when I was a kid, you know, I'd see people with tattoos and they're really like bad looking, so I was never like really interested in them.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for your influence, and
thank you.
And thank you for being here. Please come back to Asia.
I will.
And looks like all your fans here are waiting for you, so we're not going to stop them. You've just witnessed tattoo mastery at its finest. And if you are inspired to get art on your body, then you know where to find these masters. Even if it means travelling half the continent to find them, you know it's worth it.